Joseph Smith and his family were practitioners of money digging, an occult practice that sought the assistance of spirits to uncover buried treasure. These folk magic rituals involved the drawing of magic circles, invocation of spirits, and even animal sacrifice. After the initial preparations, seers would enter a trance-like state, gaze into a crystal or stone, and receive visions to direct their efforts. Smith utilized this form of scrying to find and translate the golden tablets, laying the groundwork for what would later become Mormonism. Smith was born in Vermont in 1805. His family later moved to rural New York, a region known for its religious fervor and widespread interest in the supernatural, where evangelic Christianity blended with folk magic, occult rituals, and Native American superstitions. During this era, known as the Second Great Awakening, his family employed various magical implements and practices known to aid in locating hidden treasure. The use of divining rods, seer stones, and magic circles were common in the community and used not only for financial gain but for protection from evil spirits as well. Historical accounts suggest the Smith family was often hired to find lost or hidden objects using their specific brand of money digging. This occult ritual was complex and involved much preparation to seek the aid of these spirits. Before the dig could begin, a series of preparations were made to ensure success and protect seers from malevolent forces. Fasting, prayer, and purification rituals were often employed. The site was then chosen based on local legend, dreams, and visions, and the timing of these hunts were planned according to specific astrological events, such as planetary alignments, solstices, and equinoxes. Next, practitioners would draw a magic circle directly onto the earth using chalk, coal, or magic wands. The circle would then be inscribed with divine names and sigils, meant to invite and control the spirits. It would be consecrated using prayer and invocation, and spiritual energy would be amplified by chanting, drumming, and singing. Incense was commonly burned to make a more appealing environment for the entity. Once the circle was properly prepared, practitioners would be ready to invoke the spirit. The entity would be chosen based on the nature of the task, the characteristics of the treasure, or the seer's personal connection. The invocation itself would be crafted for that specific entity using the spirit's name, title, and attributes. Traditional prayer and chanting would be included, as well as the ritual's intent. Often ancient languages such as Hebrew and Latin would be used, as they were seen to be more powerful and pure. The invocation would be performed with strong will, clear intent, and emotional intensity, meant to create a connection between the practitioner and spirit. After the initial invocation, the seer would remain open and attentive for signs, messages, and the presence of spirits which can manifest in various ways. Physical sensations, auditory messages, or internal visions were most common. A dialogue would be established and an offering made. These offerings are an integral part of the process, serving as gifts of respect, tokens of intent, or part of reciprocal exchange. These offerings would vary, including food, herbs, incense, or the energy from an animal sacrifice. The type of offering would be dependent on the individual spirit and their attributes. Once the spirit had been invoked and appeased, the practitioner would reaffirm their request and finalize the engagement of the spirits to secure their aid. The seer would then gaze into a crystal or use other divinatory tools to receive symbols, insights, or direct visions to guide them on their quest. Smith's specific method involved placing his seer stone into a top hat to block outside visual stimulation. Once the vision was obtained and the seer satisfied with the results, it was time to close the ritual. This step was crucial in order to close the spiritual gateways opened. The entities would be thanked and respectfully dismissed as the circle was symbolically erased and a final cleansing was issued to clear the space. These bizarre rituals blended the occult, folk magic, and greed in an attempt to find riches. And Smith was known to be adept at these practices, although I could find no record of any treasures ever being found.